Good morning, everybody. Welcome to PhotoJoseph's Photo Moment. If you don't want to watch all the morning introductions, scroll down. There'll be a timestamp to jump to the start of the show. Hey guys, how you doing this morning? It's good to see everybody in here in the chat room all hanging out and ready to go already. Faked Q, Michael Kjeldgaard. I think that's about right, isn't it? Kjeldgaard. I think you guys do the J's as kind of a Y, right? Tell me if I'm totally screwing that up. Bart Johnson, good morning. Silly, good morning. Everybody, good to see you guys in here this morning. How you doing? Hope you are enjoying your Tuesday morning. It's just last I checked, it's what it still is around here. Michael says there's nice weather there. Excellent, good. Always like to hear about some good weather somewhere. We're having some nice weather here too. It's good. We deserve it. We've had a lot of rain and not nice weather. So let's see here. I don't think I have any announcements I need to go through this morning. Nah, I think we can just kind of jump right into it. So as always, if you're watching live and you want to get my attention in the chat, make sure you type the @PhotoJoseph in front of the thing so I can get the attention. And the super attention is that super chat button. That's what it should be called, the super attention button. It's not super chat, it's super attention. You click on that, you definitely get attention. Hey, Michael says 3 thumbs up on the name. I don't know how you do that. I only get 2, but excellent. Thank you. I'm glad that I got that right. Let's see, anything else? I think, let me just get this up. I'm gonna need to take this machine out there with me because we are gonna be stepping out into the other room for the majority of the show. So yeah, let's just do this thing, shall we? Let's do it. Good morning and welcome to PhotoJoseph's Photo Moment, the first live daily photo show on YouTube every weekday morning, 9:30 a.m. Pacific. If you're not watching live, tune in sometime. I know I got people like in Australia who go, dude, I can't get up that early. I know. Okay, that's fine. But you're forgiven. But everybody else, come on. If you're not in Australia, you gotta come in. You gotta come check out the show live. It's kind of fun. It's cool. You get to participate in the chat. You can chat me. I can respond. You can insult me. Ryan can block it. It's all good. It's all part of the game. So today's show, we're gonna be talking about the live setup that I built yesterday for my GH5 training. So if you haven't seen that yet, gh5training.com. We are working on this training video that starts shooting, well, we technically started production yesterday, getting everything set up. And I'm quite pleased with the way it came out. So I thought I would share with you, not just what the setup is, but the thought process behind it and how the whole thing has evolved, how it all came together. I thought that might be kind of fun to see. So to do that, we're gonna be heading out into the other room. We have 2 cameras set up out there. There is the camera that is the, let's see here, I'm gonna test this out real quick. Get out of my, yeah, right. There is, something's wrong. Oh no, there we go. There's the camera that is the shot that we'll be looking at. That is the shot that's set up, and it's not completely set up there. And then Ryan's got a remote camera up as well that he'll be running so he can, as he's waving at you again, so that you can see a wide shot as I walk around, because we're not gonna be moving this camera angle at all. That one is like locked. You can't change that. So that's what we're going to be looking at. I think, let's take it, because I'm going to not be, well, I will be on comments. I'll take this out there. But let's take a quick look. Anything in here I want to look at? Comment-wise, people just saying hi and greetings from Bangkok. Love that. It's so cool. Love it. All right, let's head out there. So I need to switch audio. That's the real trick. I got to make sure the right audio is running, which is, there we go. Yeah, that's out of sync with this camera, and that's perfectly fine. And get out the audio tab. Come on, there we go. And we'll go to that one. There we go. Now, we should be right. Let me grab this, grab my laptop, grab all this crap, and here we come. Live production is self-producing. It's kind of fun. You really have no idea what's going to happen next. Okay, so let's take a look at the actual set first. So this is the camera that we'll be recording with. And I'm going to show you, take you through the whole process in just a moment here. But this is set up pretty accurate, pretty close to what the final is. There's a couple lights that aren't turned on yet that I will show you. But first, let's just start with the camera itself so you can see exactly what's happening there. So let's switch back over to Ryan's camera. And go ahead and flip that around, Ryan. Other way, don't follow me this way. Trying really hard not to get Ryan to trip over my cables. There's like cables everywhere here. Here, look at this. See, look. Here, Ryan, can you follow this down? On these cables here, I put the orange tape along, orange tape on the floor, just really trying to make it super obvious where things are, because we do not need any tripping ons of the cables. That's generally considered a very bad idea. All right, I'm trusting that the right camera angle has switched over. Actually, can I see it up there? Oh yeah, I can, cool. We are on the right angle. All right, so we are shooting the production with GH4s because the video is about the GH5, but I only have one. So I've got two GH4s that we'll be shooting the production on. This is the primary camera. That's what you just saw. So there's that primary camera view. And then this camera will get used as a close-up on my hands when I'm close up of the camera as I'm manipulating buttons and things like that. There will be a third camera with air quotes, camera, trust me, that will be the output from the GH5. So the screen there, you've seen this before when I've shown you the menus, we'll see that. So whenever I'm doing any menu work, you'll be able to see what the camera sees, see the exact menu instead of seeing an over-the-shoulder shot of the menu and my fingers getting in the way, that sort of thing. It's the same kind of thing you've seen in the live show many times. So 3 camera angles, 2 for most stuff, and then 3 when I need to go into the menus. All right, so GH4. I really wanted to have that good shallow depth of field, so we're shooting with the Nocticron. That's the 42.5mm f1.2 lens. It is actually wide open. And the funny thing is that you go wide open, a lot of light comes in, and I'm trying to figure out how to make the scene dark enough so that I can light it well. I ended up, let's just double check my settings, I ended up at an ISO of 200. Now, the native ISO on this camera is either 800 or 400, depends on who you believe, trying not to bang the camera. It depends on who you believe. Panasonic doesn't, I don't know why, but Panasonic doesn't state what the native ISO of their sensors are. I don't know why, they just don't. But this one is speculated to be 800. I've also seen speculation of 400. The GH5 is speculated at 400, but again, who knows? Anyway, so this is all the way down to 200, which typically would mean you're going to lose a bit of dynamic range, but given the setup, it's a completely locked shot. I know I have complete control of the lighting. I'm not concerned about that. I needed to have lower sensitivity so that I could shoot wide open. Also, as part of the shot, if we go in here, you see, if I switch back to it, you should see, you see the water bottle and the laptop in focus in the background out of focus. You'll see one of the computer screens is too bright. That was turned up because Ryan's working on it, so we need to bring that back down. But in general, it is not only out of focus, but also a bit darker in the background. So that was part of the balance of getting the light right on the subject, me, and having the background go a bit dark. So let's take a look at the lighting setup. So, okay, camera, GH4 with the Nocticron wide open. I am using the YAG on here. The main reason I'm using the YAG is because I will be sending the audio. Yeah, let's actually talk about audio for a minute. I'll be sending the audio into this. I'm going to record directly into the camera, so onto the main file, so camera A. I will be on a lav. I will be using my Sennheiser wireless pack, but I will be using that DPA mic. I've shown you that one before. It's my really high-end mic that I use for productions like this, which I can hide. I can put that one behind the lapel or the, what is this called? Placket? Placket. That's what this is called. It's called the placket. I can put it behind the placket, get it in there all fuzzed in and taped in so it's invisible. That will go into one input on here, and then I will also have a boom mic on me as a backup. So there'll be 2 channels of audio, one on here and one up there. Anything else I gotta talk about here? I don't think so. This is a locked shot. Oh, this. So this is basically self-production, right? So this is the remote cable. It's on an extension cable. This will allow me to start and stop recording from over there. I will flip the LCD around, which I haven't actually tested this yet, but I think I can tell that it's recording from here. I might have to get out binoculars to look because it's pretty far away. But I will be doing the start-stop recording from there. At least that's the plan. If I have to, I can always run over here, hit the button, and go. But that's that. Okay, I think that's it there. Let's talk about lighting. Let's go over here and go wide, Ryan. Okay, so if I go back to this camera angle, you can see the shot on me. It's a nice tight shot. I mean, tight. I've got the full, we'll fix it. I've got the full width of this table. I can put stuff on the table. I can work in. We're shooting in 4K, delivering in 1080p. So that means I will be able to punch into the shot for close-ups, or my editor, Jason, who's sitting over here. Say hi, Jason. Oh, he's here.
Sorry,
are you autofocus? Well, then stop. Yeah. Then get off autofocus. So he'll be able to punch into the shot if needed. But let's go back. Are you ready? Is that camera ready? Can I switch back to it yet? Yeah. Okay. Stalling for time. So go wide and let's take a look at the lighting setup in here. So we've got a primary light. Is this one here. These are the new lights that I just got and did the unboxing on. So if you haven't seen that, we'll link to that up here. So there's one of the new lights on here. I wanted a big diffused light on here. Actually, truth be told, I just needed to knock the light back a bit. It was plenty diffused as it was. But I put up this guy, which I also showed you last week. So this is up here in place and giving a nice big soft diffused primary light source on me. This light is now cranked up. I think it's cranked up all the way. I ended up messing around with the settings quite a bit. Finally got it looking the way I wanted. distance, take the light back a little bit farther so we get some more fall off, get the big diffuser in there, finally got the light knocked back. Oh, right, and the one thing, I forgot about this, I wanted to tell you this. What I finally did to get the light just right, because I still had too much light, I was going to shoot at 23.98. And the reason I was going to do that was just to make the way I figure it, and I don't know, maybe my math is totally wrong here, maybe I'm completely delusional here, but in my mind, if I deliver 24p versus 30p, I can either deliver a smaller file, right, it's 24 frames instead of 30, or given any fixed file size, I can have a higher bit rate, so I have better quality. I think that's right. It's in my head. Anyway, so I was going to do 24. And I'm shooting at 180-degree shutter angle, and then I thought, aha, I need a little bit less light coming in, so I switched to 30p, 29.97 at 180-degree shutter, and that was just enough to bring the light down to the level that I needed so that I could still shoot wide open at f1.2, which is what I wanted. At 1.2, I've got enough depth of field at that distance where I can move in and out of the frame a little bit. I don't have to worry about it, or move forward and back a little bit. I don't have to worry about going out of focus, but it still gives that nice bokeh on the background. Okay, so light 1 is this guy here. This is light 2 over here. This one's down really low. This is just a little kicker light just to kind of fill on the side. It's actually also down low a little bit, so it comes up, so it's a little bit of underlighting. And that, of course, is underlighting when I'm standing over here, not standing there. So that's the two light sources. Now, let me go back to the shot, and you'll notice the background here goes a little bit dark. And that is because, I'm going to put Betty back in place here. So Betty is always here to assist when setting up shots. I'm always concerned when I'm moving Betty around, someone's going to walk into the studio. That's just not it. Your clothes on? Her clothes on. Okay. I got to make sure of these things. All right, so let's go back to this view. Look at the background there. Initially, there was a lot of spill from the light, and you can see it's lighting that wall quite a bit. I didn't want that on there. I didn't want that much spill, so what I did was I put a big flag up here, and that flag is blocking out some of the light hitting there. So let me switch back to the camera A, and you can see without the flag and with the flag, and it's just putting enough of a shadow there, which I think makes for a nicer shot. Now, the background is still looking a little bit bland, so this is where this is kind of fun. Let's go back to this camera here, and go ahead and zoom in on me, Ryan. I figured I've got this big blank space on here that I needed to fill in. So I put a couple of really low LEDs on here with a little color gel, a little red there, a little blue there, and that's the set. Now, you see what it looks like. Let me take the brightness down on this screen, and this will probably show, I don't know, like bring up Lightroom or something on there, so there's some pictures back there. So now that looks a little bit better. So there's the shot. Now you're seeing the shot as it should be. So me and Betty doing the show together here, and that's what it should look like. So that is the overall setup. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I'm going to stay on this camera, take a look at the comments here, see what's been flying through, and then I think we're going to go into the other room unless there's questions I need to answer about what's happening here. So again, question time. If you got comments, you got questions, throw them into the chat. Make sure you @PhotoJosephMe, and we'll be good to go. Let's see here. People asking about the YAG. Yes, that was the YAG over there. I guess that came up before I got into that. So yes, that was is the YAG on that machine. And no. Oh, Jim Horn says I just convinced you to purchase the course. Why, thank you. That's awesome. I should point out too that even though the course is obviously a GH5 course, this is what we're shooting. Many of the menu options, not all of them, obviously, but many of the things in here that we'll discuss about the GH5 apply to other Lumix cameras as well. So if you're a Lumix shooter, I would say, I don't know, 70-odd%. You can look at the table of contents. That's what you should do. Look at the table of contents, go to gh5training.com, look at the table of contents there, and see how much of that might apply to you if you're not a GH5 shooter, but you are a Lumix user, because you might find all kinds of other stuff in there. And the menus will largely be the same. They're arranged a little bit differently, but we'll see a lot of the same options. And it's nothing you wouldn't be able to figure out. Okay, I know my camera does time lapse, for example. We'll show you how to set that up in here. I'm pretty sure we do. And we'll show you how to set that up, and that'll apply to your camera as well. So pretty straightforward. Sully saying, nice setup. Thank you very much. Oh, and the color, let's talk about that. We are the very different color profile setup right now. So the shot that you're looking at right now is, let me get Betty out of here. You have served your purpose, darling. Get out of here. He's hogging the spotlight. God. The camera profile on this camera right now that you're looking at is the vivid profile. And I thought about, okay, do we shoot this in Vlog and have all this room for color grading, or do I shoot the natural profile and do a little bit of color grading? And I thought, why? We don't need to. That's time spent on the project that doesn't need to be spent. I know that I can get a really good look. I love the vivid look. I love this look right now. And if you switch back to Ryan's camera, now that's the wider shot, now we're in the natural look. I think that's what it's set to. It's very neutral, very normal, no processing really happening in there. But this is the look that I really like for a lot of things, frankly. And why spend all the time grading it if I can get it the way I want out of camera, right? And what's the point? So both cameras will be set up with this profile. Again, we'll have a close-up here. So when I'm sitting here with the camera and I got, I don't know, holding it, whatever, close-up, we'll have a close-up shot here. I might need to add a little light onto this yet. We haven't set up camera B yet. If so, it'll be no biggie, just a little kicker onto the camera. And I think it'll look nice. I think it will look very nice. Okay, I think that's it. Is there anything else in here? No questions came up about it, so I'm gonna head back into the studio. If you have questions, go ahead and type them in, and we'll hit them when we get back into the studio there. All right. Yeah, I love it when all the switching works. It can be like I'm sitting here on this thing going, okay, this audio, that, because I didn't build macros for all this because it was just kind of a quick throw setup, but it worked. It worked. I'm getting good at this thing. Alrighty, let's see here. Steven says, looks great. Do you have a backlight hitting you? If so, it might be the resolution that makes it hard for me to tell. If not, one coming from above or even below could look nice. I thought of that. I did think of that. What should I hit a little bit of a backlight, giving a little rim around my head? I'm glad you brought that up. I did think of that yesterday. I didn't get a chance to set it up. I probably will because I do have one more light left I can use for that. Actually, I have lots of lights left I can use that. But anyway, I could do that. So I might try it and see what, I will try it. Let's say that. I will try it and see what it looks like, see if it adds anything to it. I think the separation between me, foreground, and the background is quite good as it is. But yeah, you're absolutely right. It could be a good touch, so I will try it. Jess says, hello, came in late, sorry. Did you say how long the pre-order will be available? Okay, that's a great question. The pre-order will be available. We're talking about the GH5 training course right now. The pre-order will be available until the course is complete. So that's how that's working. So this will be as a pre-order until it's complete. Now, complete might mean, I don't have like a finite definition. It might mean to when I'm done shooting. It might mean when I'm actually done, probably done editing. I guess that's more fair. Probably by the time I deliver to Linda, which is supposed to be mid-June, that would probably be when I will say that's the cutoff. But it might go a little bit sooner. We'll see. So what I'm planning on doing is uploading videos to my site. For those who have pre-ordered it, they will be able to start downloading individual videos as they become available. And even once the course is technically done, I guess I really kind of have to, right? Yeah, once it's done, it's done. That's when the price goes up. I guess that's fair. So once that last video gets uploaded, so I suppose that's about right. And then, like I said, I hand off to Linda. And yeah, okay, that was kind of a roundabout answer to a question. I haven't really thought that much about that, but that sounds about legit. Okay, anything else going on in here? Oh, Steven's saying my arm shadow kind of makes my bottom half disappear into darkness. Interesting. So I haven't actually done a video. I've done a very short video test, but I haven't done a full video test because I didn't have the sound hooked up yet. So I will look for what you're saying, and maybe that will be a reason to add another light in there. Thank you for that, Stephen. Or Stefan, I'm not quite sure which it is. And, oh, Cobble6 is saying, sorry if I mentioned when the course will be available. So again, available for pre-order now. So those seem back up here. Available for pre-order today for $59. It will be, we are shooting this week. That's obviously what we're talking about right here. So we're seeing the shooting this week. We will start posting videos from that as early as next week. That might be a little ambitious. It might be the week after that, before everything is kind of pulled together and organized and we start cutting together. But as individual videos are done, they will start to get released. And then a goal is to have everything done by mid-June. That's the objective. So there we go. Okay, I think that's that. Hey, other thing I want to show you. I know I'm like keep throwing stuff at you, ways to part you with your hard-earned dollars, but check this guy out. PhotoJoseph.com/workshops. The new workshop, the new one for fall of 2017, that is this November, is now available. I am pulling this up on my computer here so you can look at that instead of just the screen. We have just opened sales on that last week. We already have some seats sold, which is kind of awesome. So if you go to PhotoJoseph.com/workshops, you will get all the details here about the tour. There's the dates of it. Walk Light Tour number 2, November 9th through 17th. There's the video you've probably already seen about the workshop. If not, I will play that another time. I'm not going to play it now, but I will play that for you again another time. Of course, it's on YouTube, or just go to this page. And some sample photos, a full itinerary. Everything that we're doing from day 1 through day 9, the whole thing is there. And then, of course, where to reserve your seat. So important note, if you are thinking about going, sign up quick, because it is a discounted from $39.95 down to $34.95 if you are able to pay in full by the end of this month. So that is that's a good savings there. So I know I'm throwing all kinds of things at you that you can spend your money on, but obviously very different things. And I promise you, if you bring your GH5, I'll help you out with it. How's that for an offer? Cool. All right, guys, do check that out. PhotoJoseph.com/workshops. It's gonna be beautiful. The last one was so much fun. It was so pretty. We had such a good time. Great food, great people, great workshop people that we were with, great locals that we met and hung out with. We were in people's homes, eating food in people's homes that they're making for us. It's like just incredible experience. It's more than just a photography workshop. It's a cultural tourism/photography workshop. It's tons of fun. So check it out. At least go to PhotoJoseph.com/workshops, watch the video, check it out, talk to your partner about it, see if you can get the okay to come, and or bring them along, even better. All right, cool. That is that. I think that's it. There's no other comments coming through. Sully says it sounds awesome. Sully, I think you should come. That's what I think. Fake Cube saying that kind of tour is really tempting. Enjoying seeing the videos. There you go. I know. It's awesome. You got to come. How cool would that be if you guys filled up the workshop? It was all workshop photo moments, folks. That'd be pretty cool. All right, guys. I think that's it. Let's get out of here. We're gonna. Wow, look at that. 20 minutes. That's gotta be a record for a show. For lately, yeah. That's good though. We don't need to go longer. All right, guys. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.